Hi friends. Well, this is sort of like day 3 of decorating. I should title this video Decorating at a Snail's Pace. I don't know. I don't know how I get so sidetracked. I think I have adult attention deficit. I start out here and then I end up here and here and here and here. And then it's like, oh yeah, I was over here, so I'm back over there. So, and then it's like this. Anyway, so I started decorating my dining room today. And of course, there's always issues with the lights. So I had my little fiber optic tree and plugged it in and it didn't work. So, but that was an easy fix because I ended up plugging it into a different plug and it worked just fine. And I've had that for years and years. It's been on the boat for Christmas in July. It's been rained on and that little guy just keeps on ticking. So that got set up. And then, of course, I have the big plant room is in my dining room. And I started fooling around with that. So then, of course, I had to move everything and I had to clean behind there because I love plants, but plants in the house are like animals in the house, very messy. And it's something that if you really enjoy having them, you have to do a lot of cleaning. So anyway, there were leaves, dead fallen leaves, and then I have that big, huge plant that is just about falling over, and it had totally blocked my side curio cabinet. So then I got the brilliant idea I was going to turn it and let it rest on top of the curio cabinet because the top of it is so heavy. Well, then I went up there and I had some decorations up there, a little wine rack and, faux candle, wine bottles, just stuff, So anyway, one thing led to another. So I had to take all that down and I had to wait until somebody could help me get it down because it's up kind of high. So I just needed somebody to hand it down to. So I got into that project. And then, of course, the plants were looking mighty ugly. Some of them I had brought pots in from outside when the weather turned, and they were nice ceramic pots. I didn't want to leave them outside. So I had that going, and then, of course, I had to repot plants. So I did that in my laundry room, and now that's a mess. And now my dining room table's a mess because I've got all kinds of things that I still have to put away and have to clean up. And my living room is also still a mess. So, deep breath. Okay, time to put on some Christmas music, and I'll show you what I got done today. I started on my dining room Christmas decorating. And I moved some of my plants around. I made a big mess because I had to repot some things. And that always makes a mess when you're doing it in the house. So I set up my little fountain over here and I added some little lights into the plants and repotted a couple of those. I just used a tall stool that I ordered the other day from Amazon and covered it with a round tablecloth, and that was just big enough to hit the floor. And then I got my fiber optic tree working, so I still want to stick a couple of ornaments in there. And then my big huge plant, I gave it a turn and now it can rest on top of the curio cabinet because it was falling over. And I didn't want to cut it off because I think it's cool, and so that's what I came up with. And I can still access my little side curio cabinet. I'm not going to need it till after Christmas anyway. Actually, I don't need to go in there at all because it's just dishes and tchotchkes. But then over here, I also redid a few things, and I had these 3 little tables. They were nesting tables. I had those in the basement, and I wanted to free up a little floor space, so I brought those up. And now my little pine trees, they live there, and I think it looks a lot better. So I started to decorate in here in the dining room, because really I only decorate 3 rooms now: the dining room, the kitchen, and the living room. So that's as far as I got today. Now I've got to put everything away and upward and onward for tomorrow.